I immediately hit my microphone. Because I'm good like that. Hello and welcome, it's me, Bryony Rose Smith, live in the Forbidden Library. Welcome X-Nam, welcome Nimby, welcome any Waters, welcome any lurkers. It's Tuesday. And you know what Tuesday is? It's Limbus Day! Hello, normal-sized phantom, traffic laws prepared to be disregarded. Yeah! Stay safe and don't kill anyone, normal-sized phantom. No murder. No murder. Promise me no murder. No murder for the sake of a stream, okay? Okay. YouTube's added a thing where where I can stream to the shorts feed now as well, and I threw it on just cause, but it's really bad at cropping the stream well. Like I think it's about here that it's cropping. I might be able to actually see myself in it now. Yeah, I can. So I'd have to stream here for it to see me because it's badly cropped me. I could be like here. I'm sure that would be fine. we could just stream like a small gremlin and see how that goes for fun, for spice. We'll do it. We'll do it. I feel like gremlin mode will help me as well, because obviously we want Don Quixote, and Don Quixote might feel more at home with a fellow gremlin. Okay, no murder. Well, maybe that mime. Not the mimes too. The mimes get a bad rep. I think I'm a little too low. Little high. There we go. There we go. I think that's good. Okay! Watch me. Witness me! Get Don Quixote in one. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Oh. This is okay. Blah. Let's go again! Again! I believe. I believe in the Don and the Hotes. This is fine. Please. The stream is on fire. This is fine. Wonderful. I don't want the stream on fire. Again! Don Quixote, please. Why is Don Quixote like this? Faust loves me. Faust always comes home. Don Quixote, no. Oh, maybe not. Oh no, it's Roger. Roger, I love you, but not right now, honey. Oh well. I don't have enough. How many of these tickets do I have? I have like 1 off a 10 roll on tickets. Ugh. So close yet so far. Yeah, we got baited by Roddy. Roger. And it was even a duplicate. Boo. Boo 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 pants. Oh well. I guess we'll go do what we're here for then. The rolling didn't work out. Let's go yield some flesh and bones. Flesh and bones. Flesh and bones. Flesh and bone. Bamboo hatted, bamboo hatted, Kim. Go. Bamboo hatted Kim. Question mark. Dot 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 dot. Mentor, what is this? I recognize these wounds. These are your techniques. You... How could you put your blade to your own fellows? Ah, he's clearly not himself, right? Attempting to communicate seems futile. Pitch black flames lingered behind this man she called Bamboo-Hatted Kim, her mentor. Something had devoured him. There was something in his eyes. Fiendish malevolence. I could definitely sense it. There was a distortion. Seek your beastly howls! And talk to me, please! Say something! Oh, no. Oi, don't get too close! The distortion unsheathed its blade in the blink of an eye. It sensed that something had entered its range. A stance. You're really going to get out of the way! As Angdu stood there confused, Sinclair urgently hurled himself in her direction, and in that brief moment, the distortion's blade descended upon them as though it bisected the very space they inhabited. I surmise that Sinclair has entered the distortion's range as well. We have no choice but to suppress it! We tensed up, seeing the changing atmosphere. We slowly raised our weapons. So, we can win rate Bamboo-Hatted Kim, right? I don't need to read. Reading's for nerds. He says on a reading channel. Sorry. I'm looking at this YouTube vertical streaming and horizontal streaming and stuff, and like it's a new toy, and I'm like, ooh, what can I do with this? Claim their bones, Hannibal, claim their bones, claim their bones. I want to claim his bones. I don't want him to claim my bones. My bones are my bones, and I don't want to share. Yeah, see, it's this bamboo-hatted guy. It's bimbo-hatted guy. Hello, Maya, welcome. Diagonal streaming. Now that is the future. That would be funny. How am I? I'm good. I'm good. I've had a productive day where I've gotten the things that I wanted to get done. And yesterday, oh, let me tell you about something good that happened yesterday. I made a coffee for someone. I made a latte at work. And it was a salted caramel and vanilla latte with cream on top. And it was so good that the person came back, popped their head in the shop, was like, this coffee's really good, thank you. And I was like, oh, I mastered coffee. I pressed a button so good. Well, to be fair, it wasn't all pressing a button. I had to put the syrup in first, then I had to press a button, then I had to make sure I got the latte off the machine before it overflowed, then I had to stir it, and then I had to put cream on top. So there were a lot of steps, to be fair. But I did good with the coffee, and I'm proud of myself. It's a shame that I don't like coffee, so I wouldn't like it. But I can make other people happy. Luck is correlated to skill. Yeah. Wait, are you saying I'm not skilled because I didn't get Don Quixote? But I didn't get fast! I knew Don Quixote wasn't coming home. I knew, really, in my heart and my soul, but I was still gonna throw everything at her. Don Quixote never wants to come home for me. She hates me. Oh no, not a dungeon. I mean, I should have expected a dungeon. Intervallo still have dungeons. A blade beans fathoms. Let's go. Choo choo. Don too hyper and energetic to be controlled. I think so. I wouldn't know how to handle a real Don. Whereas I think Faust likes me because I'm the kind of person that will sit and listen to someone talk for a long time. So I feel like that's why Faust comes home, because I just like to listen. And I would happily listen to Faust talk about nonsense and whatever she wants to talk about. And tell her that she's wonderful and smart. Bamboo-hatted Kim kneeled and caught his breath. How was your stream going so far? Stream's going good so far. We're having a good time. Something began to shimmer behind him. This is a dungeon. A mirror dungeon of the fathoms. This is just like the ding-dong bar friars, huh? It's unibongs, Gregor. Unibongs. Pray tell, is it a common affliction when one's ardour for a pursuit wanes, and doubts arise, to the point where it seems a mere squandering of time, and the will to preserve doth utterly vanish? Yes. Yes, it does. And I feel like I've had that with every passion in my life at some point, and it's been difficult to continue with them. I feel like writing, crochet at points, even streaming. And there are some times when your passions forget. Yeah, it's called burning. Burning out. Do I have X? Yes, but I don't use it. Maya, are you an artist by any chance who's trying to... Please keep topics on stream. He has already entered the dungeon. So we gotta follow the blow, okay? Gotta persist. Or take a break. That might be your brain telling you to take a break from something. And then see if you want to go back to it. Because sometimes you should drop things, but sometimes you shouldn't. Pray tell, what course of action doth one usually pursue when finding oneself thusly situated? For streams, I will take a break. That much is... I'll usually take a week's break. And then I'm usually kind of reluctant to go back to it. But then I do, and I have a good time. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I enjoy streaming. Oh yeah, this is fun. Oh yeah, there's a reason I've been doing this so long. So maybe take a break. It'll be hard to get back to it. But if you can push yourself, you'll have a good time. And then... Or more hobbies. Sure. Sure, more hobby. Find a new hobby to drop later. And when you discover the old hobby again. Yeah, we were ordered to secure the distortion as well, so... An immense heavy sensation emanates from within that space. That monolith has to be somewhere in there too. Let us follow. While she was clearly dumbfounded by the turn of events, I could tell that she was determined to see this to the end. We had nothing more to add. Advancing. This place has taken the likeness of S-Corp. Not just anywhere in S-Corp. You can call this the... You call this the fathoms of ego? It appears to be that mental Bamboo-hatted Kim's memories are affecting this place. Yeah, Bamboo-hatted Kim time! Thank you for the follow, Papanum. Thank you. That's right in front of my face now. Is there aught from his past you are aware of? No. Nothing in detail. I don't believe I have the right to divulge a depiction of his past based on hearsay either. Ungdu continued in a Morse tone. I dare say I shall heed your counsel and take respite from it. I extend my gratitude for your precipitous insights. We gotta all help each other, haven't we? I mean, I'm no expert on these things. I just hope that my little anecdotes help. People call me old. I may as well use the experience. When he appeared so suddenly at this building, I don't suppose he had much trouble cutting down the Kurokumo clan henchmen. I am certain he was flanked by competent men and women who would not have mattered. It would not have mattered how many henchmen they threw against the mentor. Nothing short of a Kurokuma clan officer could give him any trouble. In fact, I surmise that he would have been able to cut down 100 of their men on his own. But not all those who accompanied Master Bamboo-Hatted Kim were as powerful as he. His capabilities lay far beyond our own. His fellows must have fallen one by one before the endless onslaught of the Kurokamu clan henchmen. And I cannot help but imagine that the sight must have reminded him of a rather tragic event in his past. An unpleasant event that likely shook mentor Bamboo-Hatted Kim to his core. That alone fits numerous criteria that make it ripe for a manifestation of a distortion. He was in a very receptive state to the monolith's influence as well. My Don Quixote keychain arrived and I'm very excited. That's very cute. Are we talking... I know are we talking a physical keychain? Because I can't help but think that that would be a really great nickname for, like, the current Don Quixote ID as well. Oh, look, it's the keychain. It's the index keychain. I'm mad. Mine hasn't arrived, if that's the case. Yet still, how could he... We remained wordless and advanced as Angdu despondently muttered to herself. It was all silent, save for the sound of our shoes lightly pressing into the soft soil beneath our feet. Walking through a dungeon. Okay. It's not a big one, assuming there isn't more floors. Not bad. Index chained on. Do not be confused with middle chained on. Index keychain and middle keychain. Hello, elusive aubergine man. I'm glad you're not being as elusive right now. How we doing? Ah! Oi, 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 oi. I don't know how to stay in the middle for the long stream, so the short speed will have to live without me for a minute. This is fine. Mini dungeon! Yes, the Bone Claimer dungeon! Oh! I never said the words! What? This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. There we go. Fine. Behalten Keg Best Main. Welcome. How was your first fight with Kim? Fine. I did the whole... Please do not incinerate your threat. That wasn't the chat's fault. I have it on a voice trigger, but for some reason it thinks that I've said the voice trigger when I haven't. It's very unpredictable, but thank you for defending me, Redford Crate. I appreciate it. And I managed to win rate my way through the first fight with Kim, so we're all good. You need to change the axis of rotation to your head, so it always so only my body spins and the rest of me stay. That's nightmare fuel, Exnum. We find a vending machine in the entrance of the dungeon of the Fathoms. We see rows of buttons on the vending machine. What should we do? Press all the buttons. Press all the buttons. Press all the buttons. Is there not a press all the buttons at the same time? I mean, that's very funny. How could she didn't know? Get all the chains for each finger looking all blinked up. You never raise your arms over your head because you're wearing like 5 sets of chains. Windmill brain. No. So what can we get? Keywordless ego, a slash ego, or a poise ego. I'm gonna go keywordless for fun. You press the one on the bottom row. We got a random damage up. Wonderful. That works. King Sombrero de Bamboo. Oh lordy. He's here. Sombrero himself. Is that the Spanish for Bamboo Hatted King? Is that just Bamboo Hatted King but in Spanish? I wanna go for a fight. Fighting's easier, I don't have to think. Oh no, I have to like put time. So you. Go. Ich der Bonenklemmer. I'm not running a sinking team, we're good. I don't think I really have any sinking IDs either. It's fine, I'm running Capo Mersault, defeat everything for me team. We're running Mob Boss and his ninjas. That is the team. Mob Boss, his ninjas, and whatever the heck this Ryoshu is. I know. I think it's a character I'm not familiar with yet. This one. Oh, ding! N-Corp ego concept. Oh. 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 Murder, 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 there is so much murder. There are many people who did this shortly after Kanto 6, which is the sinking season, and suffered for it, bro. That sucks. That sucks to be them. Galaxy Magic in my hands. Oh, I would like my Galaxy Magic in my hands. It's Nice Swords team. It is a Nice Swords team. A lot of them have some fancy swords. It's true. How many bones shall I claim? We'll claim many from Kim themselves. However, I have already stated my bones are off the table. Please do not claim my bones. I would like my bones to stay in my body. I have claimed them for myself. Me, myself, and I claim my bones. All 200 or so of them. I think it's 200 something in the body. I don't know. I'm not a biologist. I don't remember standard facts that everyone normally knows. God. Looking at that, it makes me go, oh, what? Wait, ooh. Fight, 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 fight. Mob Boss and his ninjas go to fight some samurai. They're fighting samurai, really, not ninjas. Blade lineage is more. Oh, you know, this is all Kurokumo still. You're not Blade lineage. Tensei Kurokumo. Future Kurokumo henchman? No, I don't know. Are they still? Are Kurokumo technically still samurai? They're more like the Yakuza. They're more like Yakuza, aren't they? Mob Boss and some ninjas go to fight some Yakuza, kicking the butt, even though something. I'm gonna make another better song out of that. Kurokumo Yakuza, yes. Tensei, not tense, not tensei. Yeah, I got it wrong. You're right. You're right. Everyone knows the human body has 200 bones. It's a nice clean number, and if the human body grows additional bones, it pushes a bone out, which is why wisdom teeth happen. Ah, Naruhodo. This fact has not been fact-checked. This fact is brought to you by Laya Red Roach. Pretty sure it's over 200. I had less growing up, technically, because I had a double tooth when I was a kid. Oh, I liar, liar. I call him as I see him. I see a liar. I'm calling it. Tippity-too. I love that. That is 100% my tip for this right now. So because tippity-too makes me happy. If you ever have 201 bones, they get claimed by John. This fact brought to you by Wish. Yes, correct. This fact brought to you by questionable sources. Please go Google it yourself. Okay, more fight! Fight, 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 fight. So do you guys... Well, it is a mini dungeon, so I'll get through the mini dungeon today, right? But you know what happens after Intervallos, though, right? Alright. Hello! Head fudge. Fudge. I'm very inconsistent with my non-swearing, but, you know, we try. I'm getting better at work and not swearing in front of people at work. I did call my co-workers lazy bar stewards to a customer. Probably shouldn't. After Intervallos come the canto. No! No! There's something between the cantos and the Intervallos that we have to deal with. That I specifically do on this channel because I like to read everything. Do you have a preferred sword, both in terms of actual use or for decorative use? This is an incredible question. I did have a preferred sword for actual use. I had this, it was like a practice kendo sword. I never trained. Yeah, I was feeling a bit chilly today, so I wanted to wear my jumper today. No particular reason, I just felt like it. But howdy, howdy, howdy. Bingledorf Ringle Shingle. That doesn't even sound like my name. Yeah. So I broke it though. I broke it a long time ago. When we used to have fights in the garden with my friends for no reason. You mean Canto 6? Yeah, I've been through Canto 5. We done Canto 5. We hear a pair of voices as we walk along the stone fence. The two travelers are both carrying blades. I pity the people here. Well, the decision of a wing is absolute for its feathers. There is very little we can do about it. One of them stands out. Their clothing sets them apart from the locals. Maybe they're not from around here. Still, to allow the Kurokuma clan to make their way here, that's still too much. The wing cares about naught else but fluttering its wings. All else becomes insignificant. We're not fighting Ricardo again, that much is for sure. After Intervallos comes bongi fights? No. Tassel? Sounds like they're talking about the current... Sounds like they're talking about the current escort? More outsiders. I see. How convenient. The pair stops in their tracks, then turns around to face us. The Kurokoma clan. No. You do not wear their garb. You don't appear to be peasants seeking to make some cash in the chaos of the backstreets either. Well, what do you outsiders think of the current climate? How should we answer this? Eavesdropping is rude. You're not supposed to do that. Which is why everyone does that in the city, because it's rude. Because being rude is actually polite. That's true. Surely Ricardo will not become a recurring boss fight. No! Because the middle forget. Yes, the middle forgets. I want the middle to forget. Please make the middle forget. I need the middle to forget so badly. Why would you curse me with this knowledge? But surely he got it. But what if we just bought him? So did I do a thing? No, I think we're good. There we go. Nah! Oi, 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 oi. Now I have to go in this corner. Ah! There we go. It's the city. That's just what happens to small fries, getting mixed in large conflicts. Fuck it. I get ego gift. I want ego gift. Who will speak? Nuggets. Oh, I can go in the middle again with this one. Yay! The vertical people can see me again! Wonderful. Not that I know if there's anyone vertical watching. But, I don't know. I don't know. Hey Roger, go for it, honey. Roger's very cynical and gloomy and prideful. Sword-carrying man snickers. You answer with wisdom to my foolish query. Such musings hold very little significance in the city indeed. I got speed. Damn, Ricardo looking chopped. I enjoyed your answer. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with the Blade lineage, show them this tassel. It will be of some help to you. I guarantee you that. With that, they waved their hands and disappeared in the other direction. We got a red tassel. Amazing ego gift for you. Well, I'm glad I went for it. The middle is very forgetful. That's why they carry a diary of what they do every day. And what they plan tomorrow. It just happens to be every line says Finch. Ah, Maxwell, welcome. Your accent makes me think you said Roger instead of Roger. Was confused for a second who said a Roger is. I think... Are you a member? Yeah, you're a member at the moment. You're a 2-month member by the looks of it, Maxwell. You must have got another thingy a while ago. You're always a member of the middle. You never leave, and no one leaves. Let's go, Mob Boss and his ninjas. Let's go, Mob Boss and his ninjas. Slash resistance to enemies down. Wonderful. Oh look, these aren't Kurokumos. Mimble. Absolutely, we're very nimble. Moving across the screen, streaming in multiple ways, in multiple platforms. I'm so nimble. Oh, we're never leaving. No, you're not. Excellent for 20 months. Holy duck. You guys have stuck around for so long. And I appreciate it. I do. It's lovely that I've had such wonderful supporters. I don't really know what I did to deserve it, but I got it, and I'm gonna be happy about it. Yeah. Murder. Celebratory murder of these people who lost their sense of self and distorted. Yeah. My name is John Envy, and I am going to middle all. That sounds bad. Maybe the real middle is the vengeance we made along the way. Yeah. Maybe the real middle is the hair coupons we found along the way. What? $2. $2. I ain't leaving either. Lovely. I appreciate it. I do. Thanks, Irish. I'm not sure what I did, but I did something good. Flattered? Is flattered the word? I'm not sure. She says, is that the word? Like English isn't her first language, but like English isn't her only language. Like she isn't at all. Whatever. This is odd. The mist is... I don't know when it happened, but a thick layer of mist had descended all around us. I have heard a tale of one such nightly stroll. In this tale, a clueless traveller heedlessly wandered into a brumous haze. You're northern, does that even count as English? You make a good point. In this tale, but if I don't count as English, then I might count as Scottish, and I'm definitely not Scottish. A clueless traveller heedlessly wandered and finds himself for an otherworldly being. Middle Ishmael's the next ID. Oh, I was trying to figure out what the hell that was. Obviously, I've seen the silhouette and I've seen the slightly brightened up version, but I didn't actually see what it was. I just saw chains again and I was like, is that another index? I hope it's not another index. But no, it's the middle. It's the Ishmael fudge you. Ah, stop it! Just as the sinners began loudly bickering with each other, I realized that there was something hazy standing in our way. Is that thing dancing? A mysterious thing dressed in white danced gracefully before us, with a large blade in hand. When it met my gaze, or when I thought it did, a sheathed blade had materialized in my hand. What does it want me to do with it? Assume a stance, like I'm about to draw a sword. Unsheath the sword and hold it on my side. I think poise would be good, because I don't really have anyone who's doing bleed. Who should wield thy sword? Honglu, wield my sword. Yeah! Hongers. Honglu effortlessly unsheaths the sword, threw the scabbard away, and gently lowered it to their side, tip pointing towards the ground. That thing giggled as it disappeared, somehow finding this situation humorous, and left behind a broken blade. Tape the broken blade. Hot glue did indeed wield the sword. Hot glue did so good. We get some poise, boys. Poise. And ladies, poise. And non-binaries, poise. Hot blue. Honglu, the hot blue. Hot glue. He's the hot glue of the team. No, he isn't. Who would you say is the heart of the team? I actually kind of think it's maybe Yi-sang. No, it's Heathcliff, innit? Don Quixote, maybe? Who's the heart of the Limbus team? Extra pride damage on crit. Yeah! We like that. 100 feral hogs flew when pigs like Dante. That's true. Yes, correct, Howdy. That is Altis? You think Altis? Donnie is all heart, no brain. True. Early story is Roger, now Yi-sang. Everyone has different answers to this. Fascinating. Don is the heart. Biggest votes for Don. I like Dante as an answer. I think that's the second best answer personally. Altis, I'm confused. Red Roach, I'm gonna need an explanation for your guess of Altis. Why is Altis the heart of the team? The hot glue of the team is... It's Charon! Don is the brain of the... Don is anything but a brain. Don is like the mascot of the team. Black Pizza is the mascot. No, I take that back. Pablo's the mascot. It's just 20 units of 25 feral hogs. Rules is best. I am very much looking forward to Don Quixote's thing. Thing? Canto. I know words. Tippity-too. Tippity-too. She rallies everyone together into... Ah! Well. She rallies everyone together into a well-connected team. The team coordinates all their hate onto her. Does that make her the heart, or... That doesn't make her the heart of the team. That makes her like the shadow of the team. She's like the anti-hero. I love all my sinners. Yeast, Sang, Faucet, Hot Glue, Raishu, Dr. Salt, Donkey, Gregor, Roger, Skincare, Heats, Fishmail, and Alton. I prefer Outie as a nickname for Outis. Like an Outie belly button. That's what it reminds me of. That is... I like that explanation, but I don't think the heart is a good word for it. Why is Gregor normal? Because Gregor. What more do you add to Gregor? Don being the brain is the only thing that could explain the kerfuffles wheel. No, it's like, you know what Inside Out, where they've got like the console of like controlling the human? I feel like Don is not the smartest, but is the one at the console a lot. And should not be at the console. We come upon a familiar rest stop. The glass door is locked, with a notice attached to it. We are closed today due to personal reasons. We apologize for the inconvenience. However, our fusion device is available for use. Customers requiring fusion services are kindly asked to use the device beside the entrance. What should we do? Try putting the rusted hilt and the fractured blade in. Try putting the rusted hilt and the broken blade in. There's nothing that seems right to put a rusted hilt and broken blade. Gregor, truly the outcast. Yeah, he is. It's pronounced Ootis. Ootis. But Outie. What should we do? I want to do this one. Why can... Oh. I couldn't click it. Oh, it's because I didn't have all of those. Otis! Otis! Otis is your... Oh, Otis? Otis? That's Outis. Why spell it like that if it's not Otis Beaver? Sinners have a collective IQ of 500. 150 belongs to Yisag. 150 belongs to Faust. Ishmael has 90. Outis used to have 100. But she gave it all to Dante. The remaining 10 is being passed around. Yeah, that sounds about right. It's clearly pronounced this. So that thing behind him is... Indeed, that is the monolith. The artifact must have entered his fathoms of ego the moment it imbued bamboo-hatted Kim with strength. This manor must be where the mentor's last protectee resided before we departed Escort. It's actually Oat's teeth? Ah, that makes sense. OT. Oh, we're gonna call her OT now. I think that's even better than Outie. There is a single brain cell going between a lot of people. Yes, correct. Uptie N2 N Corp Ryoshu. You pause. I'll get there. No, the reason I didn't was because I was told that the cutscene had like potential spoilers, so I didn't want to do it. Mersault has whatever IQ he feels like having at the time, unless explicitly told. Sinners really do embody like my last two brain cells fighting in my brain aesthetic. They do. It's so cute. Mental. Was this carnage the memory that has haunted your dreams and your waking hours for so long? Yet the deaths of our dear fellows. Tears began to well in Ongdu's eyes. Ah. Again, something murmurs in my head. This is bamboo-hatted Kim's past. A somber voice drenched with woe echoes in my head. I have not read Distortion Detective. I should. Mersault has a brain cell. He can only use it if the manager doesn't. For a fleeting moment, I once had... Ah! Bottom corner it is! Too low. There we go. I once had this thing people call honor. Fun fact, most all IDs are based on people who died or are about to die. Wait, does that mean Mersault's gonna die? I don't want him to die. That'd be bad. Vile men whose hearts are consumed by evil oft approach virtuous officials to seek harm. And I considered it an honourable deed to be a protector of the virtuous, to hew those that sought harm against them. Yet, to be virtuous in a world of the vicious was to be prey to this merciless world. Merciless will die for this. Have you read the book Mer comes from? I haven't yet. It's on the list. It is indeed about a man about to be executed. Oh no. Not that deep. If he dies, Dante can just bring him back. That's true. He's died a lot. And before such overwhelming might of the vicious, the irrevocably corrupt officials, my strength was inconsequential. I had little choice but to leave Escorp, cradling my broken spirit along with my fellows. I have left my scarred honor behind at the land of my failure. We became vagabonds, lost, wandering and weary, aimless drifters without a place to call their home. Even their faith in my decision to leave began to crumble piece by piece. So did my faith in myself. I began to fall apart. I have already failed once. What's there to say that I am not failing, my dear fellows, once again? The least I could do is help them lead a stable life. Yet, that invitation I received only led them to their demise. In the end, I failed my mission, failed my honor. I failed, my dear fellows. Again, I am returned to the land of my failure. The voice continued to murmur, but it had devolved into nothing but a low growl, a quiet, incoherent rumbling. I can't help but feel a bit of sympathy at his suffocatingly painful past. But that's exactly why we have to face him, to free him from this distortion. Guys, we're putting an end to this, right here, right now.
No.
Yes, it appears that we have no choice. Angdu's grown far too agitated to function properly in this battle. It's all up to us now. Kim succumbed to the weakness of empathy. How dare he care for his fellow human, especially in this bloody city. I don't blame him. What was that about a red tassel, my friend? Growing resentment. At turn start, if to claim your bones is the skill slot, remove growing resentment at the end of turn. When this unit has a relevant buff, gain growing resentment equal to damage taken at the end of turn. And what does that do? I don't know. Wait, right? He is a gloomy boy in a gloomy world. Life in gloomy ain't so great. He does really want my bones, but I've told you, and I've told, well, I don't think I've told him. Mr. Kim, Mr. Bimbo-hatted Kim, my bones are not to be claimed. I would much prefer to keep my bones, if that's alright. If it's not alright, then you'll have to take this up with my lawyer. I hired this TV face-to-face man, and he knows a lot about contracts. And everything should be fine. I think Mer has his ID. Yes, he does. It's very cool. And it's very cool to see him fleshed out in this game after Ruiner. Because he was an optional guy in Ruiner, wasn't he? And yes, that's very fun. I like that they're taking some of the stuff that maybe we had questions about in Ruiner and just like expanding it a little bit more. Mert does have a bamboo-hatted Kim ID. He do! Which is why we know Kim has to die! Which is why I know when I see the Capo character, he's gonna die. So every ID I have for Mersault is a spoiler. Mersault IDs are all spoilers! Do you think I should spam some egos for fun? I mean, Ryoshu's taking a lot of damage. Oh, I didn't realize she had a bleed. I probably should have got some bleed stuff than poise stuff. But poise is still fun. Yeah, I think I should. No, don't have anything there. We have the Healy one. We can do that. I have this one. It's fun. Nope. Got that one. And that one. Yeah! Why you not want to use it? Fuck it, go. I'm not sure. I'm never sure. You're not gonna believe this, but Mersault has an LCB ID. That's foreshadowing that he died. Yeah, it is! Bamboo Buzzbug Briny Game. Hello, Neocromancer, welcome. Bambriny Roasted Kimith. I did it! I didn't even kneel those. Ego. But I wanted to throw them out for fun.
언젠가 우리도 모든 게 끝날 때가 오면 좋겠네.
She's EP. She's always EP. That's my secret. The dungeon. After a grueling battle, as we finally managed to drag Bamboo-Hatted Kim to his knees. He didn't claim those briny bones. He didn't! I kept my bones. Like a mirage, the fathoms of ego began to fall apart. The monolith had already left the fathoms of ego and was back in the center of the office. Just as the office began to resemble the one we had walked into. I think I could go here? Maybe? Yeah, we could do this. This is good. The radio I carried began to buzz again. Huh? Can you hear me? If you do, give me a TikTok. TikTok. Very funny, Dante. You know, we just barely survived a deadly encounter, right? I don't know. I just win rated my way through that, Ishmael. It didn't feel all that thingy. Her? Yes, it's her. I don't know who she is. I haven't met her yet. The glowing resentment status does fixed damage based on its value when he uses claims bones. Luckily, he didn't claim bones. Celebratory spin. At least you didn't have to suffer the unbreakable coins on hard mode. Yeah, nah. Cutie alert. Well, she asked me to. Perfect. We really don't have much time left. Since it looks like the monolith's briefly stabilized, let me teach you, how to lock it down. Don't take too long, or that distortion's gonna turn into an abnormality. Follow my instructions to a T, and don't lag behind. It's all about precision and speed. She seems awfully cheerful for how dire the situation is. I don't want to know who the radio person is, don't tell me. Well, I'll find out. I followed the radio's instructions and reached out to the monolith with my palms. Oh, some light came out when I reached out with my fingers. The voices coming from the radio was pretty nonchalant about this, but it almost sounded like she could see exactly what I was looking at.
거기서 아래로 쭉. 이제 왼쪽으로 천천히 움직여.
You're playing, keep talking and no one explodes. Right, straight down from there. Yep, you're doing good. Now move left. Take it slow now. I couldn't help but wonder if I was doing this right, but I still followed her directions and drew a trail of light with my— Ah! She's a golden retriever, that's all. That's a wonderful thing to be. Maybe I should be up here. Yeah, I think that's good. Mentor! The shimmering black tendrils began to withdraw from bamboo-hatted Kim's body. Maybe the distortion is withering too? Good work, detective! The levels are stabilizing! Oh yeah, this is why you asked me about Distortion, detective, because she's from that, apparently. Oh, I can't seem to stop calling you detective. Huh, sorry. Old habits die hard, you know? Sounds like she's reporting to someone else on the other side of this communication. Good work, bus dudes! LCA will be there in a min, so just sit tight. Huh? LCA? Not that rude after team lady from earlier. Well, anyways, thanks for the assist. Everyone, LCD Distortion Task Force airs over and out. What did the streamer say? Do. Twitch chat's pretty quiet right now. Twitch chat. YouTube chat asked what I said. The radio shut off before any of us had the chance to say anything again. And not 5 seconds later... My, they're really piling in. LCA, the Special Operations Unit. They look like sweepers. Orders. Commencing secured item retrieval. Huh, right, the item is custody target T676 confirmed and secured. Well, looks like our job here is done. Hello, says Phantom! From Twitch. Oh, well, what she said was, Agu agu, push the pineapple or shake the tree. Yeah, true. Yeah, I think you got it. Aga do, put the pineapple, shake the tree. Ah, greasy beards! Welcome. Another Canto 7 cry at the end, victim, I see. I'll tell you when we get to Canto 7. I'm not there yet. But probably, yes. Right, sweepers. Yeah, reminded me of sweepers. I didn't even have to say anything, not that they could hear me anyway, before the uniformed troops marched in and started attaching various tools to the monolith. Be watching your career with great interest. Wonderful, Greasebit. I do hope you enjoy watching my career with great interest. Crying you blowing no Smith shit. Double trouble. T276-01 unconfirmed. Requesting location. What you blathering about? Rewording. Where is the distorted individual? Oh, I am aware of whom you seek. He sits next to the monolith. Huh? Where has he gone? The individual named Ungdu dragged him behind that sofa. Approximate time of event? 3 minutes ago. Didn't I ask you to tell us if you noticed something important going on in the background? I will make an immediate report should an identical incident occur. Thanks, Mersault, you tried. That's when I noticed that the LCA agents were growing visibly uneasy. Alert. Abnormal reaction detected from an entity in T276-10's proximity. Hi, hoy, welcome. But it's howdy. Howdy. I'm still not used to connecting the dots there. Time for the most based Mersault moment. Yay! Mersault would let me kidnap a child as long as nobody asked him about it. Probably would. And when that agent ran over and kicked the sofa, Miss Angdu. There was Angdu, her arms wrapped around bamboo-hatted Kim, her hand holding a blade that dug deep into her mentor's flesh. I know not of your painful past. I cannot possibly know in detail what you have gone through. But that cannot be a just reason, an excuse for cutting down your very own fellows. Miss Angdu, that man was not himself. If the blade has consumed my mentor, turned him into a fiend, then I will end him myself. It has to be me. Not at all. It's all excuses. That's all it is. If Mentor didn't bring some odd invitation to us, and caused us to flee, escort our home to begin with. Yes, I hear you. Your voice is finally... Uh-oh. Don't listen to her! Don't listen to her! Mutation. Distortion of the subject. Entity confirmed. Suspicion. Phase 1 of the monolith reactivation process may have been engaged. We can't just let her be. She's going to distort. Mersault, knock Miss Angdu out. Becoming insane. Mersault struck Angdu hard before the LCA agents even had a chance to do anything. It's Mersault with the steel chair! Poof! Stabilized. Distortion nullified by the subject's loss of consciousness. Yeah! You can't distort if you're... Yes, you can't say yes or no to Carmen if you are in fact unconscious. Unconscious people don't want tea. Unconscious people cannot consent to distortion. It's a consent issue. Stab wound confirmed on subject T276-01. Wound not critical. Will not pose challenge to retrieval and recovery. And along came Mersault. He hurled his fist. Wonderful. If any media about monoliths activating has taught me anything, monologue activating is normally a bad thing. Yeah, between this and Dead Space, most certainly. Carmen legally can't distort you without your consent. Correct. Mersault, undistort this woman. Yes, manager. GG, Carmen, probably. Happy PY, welcome. Well, what every anime character should have done when the bad guy is going through the transformation. I have carried out the task you have ordered. Thank you. Whoa. What just happened? What was caused by... Was that caused by the monolith's influence too? A plausible explanation. The monolith was properly sealed, but its lingering influence seems to have seeped into her. Ah, Ezra! That's just his name. Her name. Oh, hey! The levels went bonkers over there just now. The radio began buzzing on its own again. Hello, Carmen! Speak of the devil, and she appears. Requesting radio. I will receive LCD's message. Hello, Scarlet Sylvain. Welcome. Things when they start transforming. It's usually too late to stop it. Haha! But did you have a Mersault handy? No. Okay. Acknowledged. Please speak. Huh? Oh, you're LCA. Aren't you? I'm Ezra from LCD. Nice to... Acknowledged. Commencing strip. Oh, what? You're not the only one who knows how to cut people off. I already got your strap, okay? I don't need it. There are 2 people there, right? Just bring them both over. Negative. Exact orders state that retrieval targets are to be... Come on, listen up somehow. Concern. The monolith alone will be difficult. Will be a difficult subject to contain. That's okay. Our very own our very own LCD team leader said she'll take care of it. Besides, that monolith, Detective and I have successfully retrieved that before. And considering the two of them are both returnees from the library, considering how the 2 of them have both been pulled from the edge of Distortion, it'll definitely help us with our records, don't you think? Understood. However, what the hell? Are we kidnapping them for some dodgy human experiments or something? Okay, so I know there's been a scary rumors about kidnappings in T-Court, but what we're doing here is completely unrelated, alright? I'd appreciate it if you didn't compare us to the likes of those backstreet rumors. I just cracked it. Monolith means 1 stone, weak to paper. The main guy in this game has a clock for a face. Time travel. It must be a side quest from Stars in Time! Yes! We figured it out. Limbus Company's a Stars in Time spin-off. It only works with fake girl, bro. It's totally not supple prodding to make players look up the Distortion Detective. Please read Distortion Detective. Sure, you guys can leave them there, but if we don't take them in, they'll distort and get killed. And who knows, the Kurokuma clan, or even the Thumb, could catch a wind of this and pick them up instead. Suppose you're right. Anyways, make sure to bring them in. Both of them, okay? Acknowledged. Retrieving now. Unfortunately, Dante is a scissors type, which makes them weak to a monolith. That'll be why he freaked out in the end. They freaked out on the way up. That makes sense. If Limbus is a Stars in Time, Dante doing timecraft like the king. He is rewinding time. Dante, no, Dante's not Cypherin. Dante is whatever gave Cypherin's powers. The call dropped. The agents swarmed around the pair, bound them, and disappeared out of the door. All of it was done in one fluid, practiced motion. I don't know when it happened, but they'd already retrieved the monolith when that LCA agent picked up the LCD's call. Right, so mission accomplished? Huh? I guess so. Warning. Recommended action for the manager. Immediate extraction from the scene. Immediate arrival of the Thumb. Highly likely. Oh yes, get out of here. No, no, no. So after the middle, the Thumb. What I wouldn't give to see the look on their stuck-up faces. The real... Yes, Don is Bonnie. Don is 100% Bonnie. Faust is Odal. Whose Isabeyu is the biggest question. Honglu? Honglu, I think, is the closest to Isabeyu. I think he's telling us to get out of here before the Thumb catches us red-handed. But then who's on Mirabelle? The Thumb is a different breed. I know of the Thumb. Correction, Limbus Company was already on a crash course against the Thumb the moment we commenced this mission. That makes sense. It'll only be a matter of time before they put the pieces together and realize that we're involved in what happened. Isabeyu is what we get if we combine Mer and Honglu. Yeah, it's a thick Honglu. Are we sure that we can handle not only the middle, but also the Thumb? Irrelevant. A foe is a friend. A friend is a foe for Limbus Company. With a sprinkle of gay, indeed. I don't know, I always found Honglu a little gay anyway. I didn't think they needed the sprinkle. Delayed. Extracting scene first. With that cryptic message, the LCA agent quickly withdrew from the scene. He knows something, but won't tell us what it is. At least that's the impression I got from the way he spoke. I came to meet so many departments of the company in such quick succession. The LCA, the LCD, the LCCA. An old question arose once again. Something I'd forgotten as we kept ourselves busy with the missions we've carried out so far. I really don't know much about this company I'm working for. And there's this mysterious Herman, and the equally puzzling Demian. Maybe, in the grand scheme of things, I really don't know anything. Maybe what I know amounts to nothing more than a pinch of knowledge available to the powers that be. I thought we were pretty deep into our journey, but I was starting to feel that in the far future, if I were to look back on the records of this journey, we wouldn't even be 10 pages into the book. I began walking back to the bus, with the sinners, my head further mired in confusion.
그 짧은 시간에
Woo!
별별 사람 다 만나본 것만 같은 기분이 들어.
You really ran into a lot of people in such a short time, huh?
저는 이 회사가
Well, I'm
어떻게
pretty
돌아가고
happy I got to know
있었는지는
more
대강
about
알수
the
있어서
workings
좋았던
of this
거군요.
company. Once we returned to the bus, the sinners each began chatting away about what had just happened.
앵두 씨나 김 작가님은
I wonder what's going to happen to
앞으로 어떻게
Ungdu
되시는
or
걸까요?
Bamboo-Hatted Kim.
우리가 알 수 있는 일은 아니고
That does not appear to be information we are
같은
privy
회사의
to,
부서라곤 하지만
though we all work
실제로
under the
우리가 알
same
수 있는 건
company. All
에즈라라는
that the
사람의 목소리뿐
LCD
아니야.
shared with us is the name of our contact, Ezra.
그러다면 설마 정말
Am I familiar with the fable of the Little Prince? Are you familiar with the Little Prince's outfit? Are you familiar with this very fancy coat? It's my favorite book ever. I am very much aware of Demian's connection. So my whole space theming is based off it at the moment too. Because I had to I didn't mean to do that. Is it fixed? Did I fix it? Yeah, I fixed it. Yeah. I can show you the picture. I'm gonna find it. Image. I know, it's literally like my thing. I love The Little Prince so much. It's like my favorite book ever. Where's my picture of the Little Prince, like, in this outfit? Problem is, I know I have it, but, I don't know where I saved it. So that's the biggest issue. There he is! There! Look! In my little coat! Yeah! Look at me! Although mine's a bit more subtle. I'm not quite as fancy as him. But it is what my outfit's based on. But yes, I am. I'm sorry. I needed to say that. I love the Little Prince a lot. I'm very familiar with Demian and the sheep. And, Dante. Potentially being the Friday just being one streamer happy with Demian. I am literally the one streamer who's really happy when Demian shows up. I want more Demian. I want more. I don't have a sword. Like I said, I'm not. I shouldn't be trusted with a sword. I should not be. Yes, I understand all the Little Prince references. Then this Limbus Company truly kidnapping people for human You don't just start experimenting on humans just like that. It's not something that just happens. Remember what that LCD woman said? Rumors are just that. Rumors. Gregor furrowed his brows as though some unpleasant memories of the past began flooding in. He dug into his pockets for a cigarette. A gun on the other hand. Yeah! Give me a gun! Pew, 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 pew! There's LCD, but LCA just seems really out of place. Even when compared to the other departments, it's like they're from a completely different company. I know, I'm gonna have to wait so long, but I'm very curious about the Blue Man group as well because of it, because the whole Sovereign of Planets thing is very potential for blueprints nonsense too. I like blueprints nonsense. Can't just ay. I'm not your emergency food. I ain't Paimon. Shut your gob. As we made our way back to the bus, I slowly began to organize my thoughts on everything that's happened. I didn't know that it wasn't the most productive thing for me to do. Faust, you're not going to answer any of my questions, are you? I apologize. At the present moment, it is difficult for me to disclose any information that does not concern the LCB department. I need to go on a quick BRB. I apologize. I was trying to hold it. I can't. I hath returned. Now, continue! It's like impatience is a prerequisite for boarding this bus. Manager or sinner. Virgil sighed as he muttered. He must have seen me burying my clock head in my palms. Your journey will inevitably lead to the answers to all your questions, Dante. Just follow the path, and it shall be revealed. You have no reason to rush. Besides... Virgilus's gaze fixed for a brief moment slightly above my head. I wondered if he's looking at my flame. It's nothing. I do love the Charon in the background. The Charon in the background is so good. Just she's there. Just being herself. Perhaps your impatience is rubbing off on me. I suppose I shall find out along the way as well. But just scoffed, muttered something incomprehensible to himself, then turned away from me. It was clear he had no intention of continuing this exchange. Let's go, Charon.
기다렸어. 부릉부릉 시간.
Been waiting for vroom vroom time.
목표는 T사의 유명한
Driving to the
언덕.
famous heights of Teacorp. It's time, Heathcliff! It's time to wither them heights. No, it's not, though. Ooh, Charon! She can clone herself. Obviously. The bus took off once again. Sometimes bustling, sometimes dead silent. Right, so... It is not Kanto time. I regret to inform you it is not Kanto time. Not yet. Hello, Mirror the Dum Dum! I bet you're not Dum Dum. I bet you're actually really smart. The prescript summoned you to the stream? Thank you, Index. The heart breaking. Not yet. Not yet. Heights, you say? How wuthering that heights may be. Indeed, so withered. We have another mini. We have another mini. And enough for another roll. And enough for another roll. Let's go. 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 Wee. Wushio Adept, welcome. Horses here. Oh, I love the horsey. We love Horsang. I sharded him. He's the bestest. I love my trusty steed. Fuck. We didn't get what we wanted. Oh well, continue. We gotta do a mini, and then there's something very important we gotta do. We gotta read. Best Uma Sangmei. Will you enter risk levels and classifications? Yeah. Yeah. I will do some conversion into modules. I guess the traffic sucks no matter which nest you go to. We've been travelling at a snail's pace through the extreme congestion of the nest for several days now. Roger, clearly affected by this boredom, sighed and muttered. We've been through similar long periods of inactivity before, but boredom isn't something one could easily get used to. I suppose it became a part of my job to listen to the sinners complain about the slow pace of our travel. By traffic, do you mean rats in the middle of the street? I mean, if it's that, we just feed them to the bus, so... I've also been getting a lot of gold chip on my FYP. Horsies attract horsies. Can't believe it's a Limbus player that knows how to read. I know, right? Just about. Just about. I do reading streams every Sunday to try prove that I can read. We have evidence. I've done a audiobook which proves I can read. He's woo woo, hey Sherlock, woo woo. We've been the did a bit of it. How much longer until the Teacorp immigration checkpoint? My only option is to give them a reminder of how far we are from our destination, considering that we will be on standby for approximately a day at our next stop, and taking into account various other stops we will be making en route. Our estimated time of arrival is 3 days. I have Uma-sang. I love my Uma-sang. I was very excited when Uma-sang was announced, because Yi-sang is probably my favorite at the moment. You're giving Brownie too much credit for the reading bot. Shut your face, Aldi. Shut your face. Guys. Woo hey shows or way hey shows? I don't know the difference yet. Wonder if the owls will show up in Purgatorio. That'd be fun. It's not like we're traveling very far, but with this awful traffic, it feels like Feels further away than it really is. Where is sheepy? Ah, sheeps or umas. Ah, I mean, no one can deny the dawn sheep, but also horse yisang. Long-haired yisang is also wonderful. Where are sheeps? Thank you. Thank you for confirming. Gregor's right. It didn't seem like the city was that big. Maybe there's something to these inevitable, overly long travel times. Something I'm yet to understand. I guess driving around a large bus through the narrow back streets is what's taking us such a long time. I believe that it would have been faster to march on foot. Yet, what of our room and board? Are you unaware that campaigning out in the open is a natural part of any long march? Hey, Officer Altis. Not everyone's been a soldier here. And if we're lucky, we might even run into those terrifying... And if we're unlucky, we might even run into those terrifying sweepers before the break of dawn. Blah, 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 blah. I read that one good, didn't I? Even a partial mention of their name drains all colour from the sinner's face. I remember what the sinners told me about them. That before the break of dawn, there are these things called sweepers that sweep up every trash in the back streets. It's kind of terrifying how broad their definition of trash can be. Hello, Heathcliff, welcome! I will not fight you. I will, however, send you to the barbers to use those feckin' hair coupons. We went through so much terrible shit because of them. You may as well use them. We're gonna go see Kathy soon. You need a haircut. It's kind of terrifying how broad their definition of trash can be. They call that hour the night in the back streets or something like that. I will not, I'm sleepy. Then go to sleep. Shut your face, Abby. Shut your face. This bus is one of the few vehicles recognized by the city as a residential vehicle. You did, Heathcliff. Which means that we remain safe from the hands of sweepers. Kathy who? I don't know. Which Kathy? There's two Kathy. Yeah, don't spoil. I've read Wuthering Heights, so I know a little bit of what's gonna happen. But I don't know where the Wild Hunt comes in. I'm very curious about that. Attempting to sleep outside of the bus on the back streets would not permit a restful sleep. Instead, one would be forced to survive the onslaught of sweepers for an hour in the early hours of dawn. Makes sense. Those sweepers do steer clear of the residential areas after all. I see. So it's not ye old Victorian disease. Although she died giving childbirth, I think it was in the book. It wasn't clear whether it was good old Victorian disease or the actual childbirth of child Kathy. I wasn't sure. A slow yet safe travel by vehicle, or a fast yet high-risk march on foot. This is quite the strategic dilemma. I do not believe the latter opinion is up for consideration of any fellow. The bus is once again consumed by commotion. I have played Ruiner. I have played all through Ruiner. I have played a little bit of LobCorp, but I haven't finished it. I have finished Ruiner, though. And that commotion barged in the creak of an opening door with a familiar sigh. I understand that you all must be quite impatient, but we are precisely on schedule. So save your breaths and stop complaining. By the looks on your faces, I would have been worrying about a mutiny if I didn't know better. Are you a good chicken? I'm gonna say you're a good chicken. Good chicken. I still find it funny that Mer has a streamer. Yeah, you do. Those papers in your hand. New orders from the higher-ups? Virgilus was holding what appeared to be a bundle of freshly printed paper. Good chicken, lad. The Lord is hungry. Do like some chicken. This wasn't the first time something like this happened. Sometimes, after communicating in his room with the higher-ups of the company, he'd bring out a few sheets of paper to bring us up to speed. Yes, and a new update. Don't tell me we're going on another detour. I'll say I'm quite done with cleaning up these distortion messes. Look, we have to get to... Stop whining like a petulant child. There won't be more detours until we reach our current destination. Virgilus furrowed his brows, walked up to the front of the bus and leaned on the first row of chairs. He began leisurely shuffling through the documents. This is just an announcement. It says here that there will be changes to how your records of abnormalities, distortions, and pectula are categorized. Huh? Wait. So we gotta do a bunch of paperwork? No. Once completed, your observation logs are all digitized and shared with the upper echelons of the company. Of course, if the observation logs themselves need to be edited, there will be orders to make direct adjustments by hand. However, the categorization for each entity will be updated automatically. They are merely informing the sinners of the upcoming changes. There's going to be an update to the system. The till update, I mean. It's nice to have someone else do the explaining for once. She's right. I presume this has aught to do with the new types of pectulas that we've encountered afore. I don't think Heathcliff is capable of making a coherent report. I don't know. He's definitely added comments to a few of them, but I don't know if he's actually done a report by himself. Neither does Don. No, Don made a very good coherent report of bongies. I shall depart to another stream. Please use my ID. I really love him. Thank you for popping in, Wu Hei Show Adept. I hope you enjoy whatever stream you go to next. Yes, but that isn't all. Virgilus closed his eyes, warily and lightly folded the paper in his hands. He called out to the two sinners. Yisang, Ishmael. He was pointing at Ishmael and Yisang. Yeah? You have called upon my name. I'll leave it to you two model students to explain the contents of these documents. I don't feel like I'm up to the task of explaining what's on this paper to you all. Heathcliff knows everything about any abnormality you point him at, but unfortunately, he can't tell you anything because he's illiterate. She ate live chicken and made a food review. That's not a good report. Is it not? Do we not need to know what the bongies taste like? That's not fair. Heath has made a few. That's true. I like observation report on the stream transcript machine. I want to read more of the observation reports. With that, Virgilus pretty much shoved the paper into Ishmael's hands before taking a seat in the front row of the bus. Did he just dump his responsibility onto us? Ishmael didn't seem too happy about this sudden turn of events. Still, she opened the documents and began reading. I can never tell if he actually doesn't care about us or if he naturally comes off as a cold person. So what does the thing say, Ishi? Give me a sec, so... Does it say anything new about the abnormalities? Looks like these documents are from the LCD. Sender address says... Oh, LCD! It's the department that contacted Manager Esquire, is it not? Ezra, was it? I still vividly remember her chaotic, bubbly voice through the radio. Even Virgie doesn't want to read, that's true. Look, if you can tell me that brass bowl tastes spicy and that I think you've contributed to society. That's true. The former L Corp. B-A-H. Sinclair? The bus began to fill with a familiar hectic buzz once again.
나도
Well, if you would allow me to,
이스마일이야?
Miss Ishmael. Yi-sang chimed in to help with Ishmael's explanations of the documents, but this is exactly why I'm the only one who ever reads the guides! I can see veins starting to pop in Ishmael's fingers. At this rate, she's going to drop the documents in favour of her mace. That's if she doesn't rip them beforehand. Wait, Ishmael, I got this, calm down. I hurried over to Ishmael, then practically hung on the documents in her. We nearly tore the bundle of documents in half, but she quickly gave up and loosened her grip. Ryoshu, Altis, please keep Don Quixote and Heathcliff quiet while I take care of this. Oh, yes. This'll be fun. Without killing them or beating them up, please. B-A-H. Ryoshu slowly lowered Don Quixote's lance. She'd picked up. She was gonna kill Don Quixote with her own weapon. Alright then. If you have any questions while Ishmael reads the document, raise your hands to be recognized. Yi-sang, Faust, you guys don't need to raise your hands to speak, so please chime in if there are any details you could elaborate on. Understood.
알겠어.
Very well. Roger, if anyone tries to speak out of turn, please smack them lightly on the head. If you do good, I'll make sure to order you extra desserts during our team dinner. Oh, yay! Uppies for Don! Air jail for Don! Ooh, you should have had to motivate people, Dante. What impressive growth and leadership capabilities, executive manager! Alrighty then, first bunk goes to... Wait, this wasn't... Dunk. Wonderful. A few minutes later... After a quick commotion, I found the situation settled enough to return the documents to Ishmael's hands. Then, I'll leave it to you. So, the former L Corp, known as Lobotomy Corporation, used to contain and manage the abnormalities that we faced in their branches. Even taking into account that their strength were suppressed by the Golden Bough, there was a pretty significant difference between their risk level categorization and the actual risk involved in facing them. Do Infinity Mirror Dungeon? Why not? For fun! For spice! Sorry, my water just went down the wrong way. Let's not choke on stream. This is fine. Other employees and higher-ups of Limbus Company also apparently felt that something was familiar yet off. This is fine. This is fine. The fire. It burns. This is fine. There we go. I was so upset because I've been waiting like 3 years for Ryoshu's Kanto, and it's amazing so far. But someone on Twitter dropped a major spoiler for the finale? Oh no! That's the worst. That person should be put in jail. Jail for 1,000 years. Life in prison. I am fire. Everything is good, yes. And that's why I avoid Twitter. Unironically lost sleep because I was so upset. I don't blame you! When you care about something so much, it can affect you that deeply. That's okay. I know, right? Absolutely, jail. Jail for 1,000 years. And that's why they investigated this issue through the LCD department. So far, there have been 5 categories of risk levels. 5? Aren't there only 4 of them? Roger punched Heathcliff in the crown of his head, and he promptly slumped to the ground, out cold. Maybe it was the suddenness of the attack that did it. Oopsie! Oh, 1 second. Gotta go ban a bot. Do. I'm one of the most anti-spoiler people there is, so it's stung hard. I don't blame you. We haven't reached Canto 6 yet, so it's fine. You didn't kill him, did you?
에이,
No,
했는데
be fine. It's Heathcliff. It's not like I smacked him that hard. Sinclair quietly raised his hand. Alright, you can go ahead. Ishmael nodded at Sinclair. Well, I thought there were only 4 risk levels. Zayn, Teth, he, wow. Wow! Just like Heathcliff said. They're the only ones we've seen so far, yeah. But according to these documents, the highest risk level category is labelled Elf. Like I said earlier, there's a pretty significant disparity between the categorization standards and our experience with them in the field. Which is why they're apparently planning to make overhauls to those standards by Limbus Company's standards. Go ahead, Mersault. I must inquire what exactly this overhaul entails. Does this mean that the abnormalities will be recategorized within the pre-existing framework of categorization, or will additional risk levels categories be created? It doesn't elaborate that far, but it says that Lobotomy Corporation used each abnormality's enkephalin production capability to categorize them into different risk levels. Abnormalities with more complicated, difficult management conditions apparently produce more enkephalin. I guess the more complicated an abnormality is, the harder they are to fight. Does that line up with our own experience? Sort of. But it can hardly be said that it was flawless. Looks to me that they're trying to make these risk levels better reflect our own field experiences, which doesn't rule out the possibility of them adding more tiers to the pre-existing ones. Oh, I'm sorry for the ads. I appreciate your putting up with them. Paying your ad taxes. I appreciate it a lot. For we are conduct, not management, but combat against these foes. It is sensible that the standard for risk levels be adjusted in accordance to... Huh? Roger, wait! Yi-Sen can speak without raising his hand! Oh, right, my bad. I managed to stop Roger just before her fist connected with Yi-Sen's crown. It was almost as if she was moving based off pure instinct. Roger cannot be stopped. She wants them puddings! And you know, I understand. I would do this for puddings too. Not that I would be able to knock people the fuck out, though. So that's why they're overhauling the risk levels based off the actual risk each abnormality poses in battle. So we'd do well to be wary of the possible change to risk levels written in the observation logs. Oh, and they'll let us know again once the precise details are decided. The next section is about distortions, which... Don Quixote raises her hand. Oh no. Yi-Sen nearly murdered for Cookie. Murder for Cookie, yes! But Ishmael continued to explain without coming to a stop. She probably just ignored. But so far, we've been using the same subject classification codes as abnormalities for distortions, but it's gotten pretty clear that there is a big difference between them, enough to give these two groups distinct classification codes. That difference being... Hong Lu raised his hands and Ishmael nodded. Don Quixote appeared a bit crestful. Baba!
환상체는 제압하면 알 같은
The
곳으로
difference is that when
돌아가는데
defeated,
뒤틀리면
abnormalities
그렇지 않다는 것이죠?
transform into their egg-like form, but distortions don't, am I right?
맞습니다.
Correct.
뒤틀리면
Distortions
제거했다는
can be
완전한 제압이
completely
가능하지만
subdued by
환상체는
simply defeating them
아직
in
이론상
battle,
완전한
but
사살이
any method
불가능하죠.
of fully slaying an abnormality is yet to be discovered, even in theory.
네.
So she
그렇다고 하네.
says, well,
뭐,
we all had
다들
first-hand
싸워봐서
experience
이해는 잘
against
되겠네.
them, so it shouldn't be too hard to understand. Ah, here comes the
이게
last
마지막이네.
subject.
죄종에 관한 건데.
It's the one about
이것도 최근에 확인된 새로운 죄종을 포함해서 기존의
Pecatula,
환상체랑
pecatula.
분리해서 코드를 부여하려고
like spatula, but pecatula. They're going to give them a classification code scheme different from abnormalities as well, including the new types of pecatula we recently encountered.
분류 사유.
Let's see. Classification basis, abnormalities, and distortion both have elements of uniqueness that is missing in each individual petacula. The picky spatulas. Considering this, it has been deemed... Okay, I don't really get what it's talking about. Faust walked up next to Ishmael and began to explain.
고유성이란
Uniqueness,
동시에
in
같은
this
존재가
context, refers to the
한몫을
fact
잊지 않다는
that
뜻입니다.
no same entity exhibits the same location.
죄종은
It would be
똑같은
helpful to
생김새와
recall
성질을
that our encounter
여러
with the
개체가
with
몰려나왔다는 걸
pack
떠올려보면
have
이해가
always been
쉬우시겠죠.
against multiple duplicates of the same category of petaculum.
반대로 뒤틀림과
However,
환상체는
no such encounters have been
그런 적이
made
없었죠.
against distortions and abnormalities.
설명이 되었을까요?
Hopefully, this has been a sufficient explanation for all.
그러니까
Right, so Heathcliff's back. So simply put, we can just toss the petacula into all the same bin, but each and every one of them abnormalities and distortion is special and unique, eh? They could have explained much easier if they just... There it is. Heathcliff seemed to have woken up from his coma, but...
디저트 맛있겠네.
I'll be looking for that extra dessert! His moment of lucidity barely lasted a moment,
내용은 여기까지네요.
and that's all there is to it. Oh, it's pretty great, huh? It's refreshing to do something like this once in a while. Don Quixote has not lowered her hand since Ishmael ignored her first time. Not even for a brief moment. All distortions are unique. Pectaculars are copy-paste. Yes.
알겠어요.
Fine. Ask away.
그 서류
Dost thou know the name of the LCD employee who hath composed that report? Ishmael seemed a bit taken aback that Don Quixote actually managed to ask a rather sensible question, even though it was asked with that very same enthusiasm she has when talking about fixes, that is. Sure, give me a sec. Sender LCD on-site investigating reasoning team leader Moses.
뭐 LCD 부서도 언젠가 만날 일이 있을
Well, we
테니
might as well
기억해두면
keep
좋겠죠.
that name in mind, since we'll probably run into them sooner or later.
돈키호테 씨.
I'm sorry for ignoring you, Don Quixote. Perfectly normal about that name. Show me Moses! A brain cell from Don? I know, right? Though Don was finally given the answer she so passionately craved, she did not appear happy or excited about it. Ishmael, she seemed to be absorbed in deep thought. Something wrong, Don Quixote? I recall hearing that name in the past, yet I cannot quite recall as to who that name may have belonged to.
자, 이제 진짜
Hags.
끝이에요.
Everyone's a hag. I think I should probably assume all new character names, especially if they're male, are a hag of some kind. Okay, now we're actually done. Dan, I thought we'd be able to collect a bit more dessert.
예상보다 전달 시간이 더 소모되었군요.
This was more time consuming than it was initially expected.
이제
Dante, now. Oh, right, it's about time. Alright then, I hereby confirm today's close of business for the sinners. This could have dragged on for much longer, but the sinners were thankfully pretty cooperative, so we managed to finish our day early. I followed the sinners to the back door of the bus, my heart a little lighter than it was at the start of the day. Huh? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Except Yan. Yan is a femboy. True. It took me about 30 minutes to realise that we left Heathcliff out cold on the bus floor. It's fine. It's Heathcliff. He'll be fine. He'll pick himself back up. Right, yo. It is not time. Also, it is like nearly end of stream time. So, next time, we're gonna read notes. Reading notes, 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 reading notes. I can't wait to read some notes. Then, and only when we have read all these notes, do we start the next canto. But that is all. Next week, Briney's problem, because today is done. Boo! Hello, Iceburn Chaos. You did join on a lovely song, but it is the song of the ending of the stream, unfortunately. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Thank you, everyone in chat. Thank you, anyone lurking. Thank you, anyone who watches the VOD. I really appreciate you, bar stewards. You bar stewards. If you have not already, I would highly appreciate it. Enjoy your lore. I will enjoy my lore next week. We'll enjoy it all together. I will. Ah! Oi! I'm trying to say goodbye. Stop it! Stop it. You bastards. I'm also distracted. If I'm not already, highly appreciate if you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. That would be lovely. I will be back on Sunday where we're going to read some more Arthurian legends. That's going to be a good time. If you've done all that, you should follow on Twitch. If you've done all that, join the Discord. If you've done all that, go tell all your friends and family about me and recommend me to anyone who you think might like me. That would be lovely. And if you've done all that, then you can check out the links in the description to the... Hey, I'm almost the right way up again. To all the wonderful things that I have worked on, like Little Red and the Baba Yaga, a visual novel, my audiobook, my actual books. Most of all these links can be found on www.brinywordsmith.co.uk, which is where my merch store is located as well. I think that is all. I will see you guys on Sunday. Have a good rest of the week. I'll see you at the end of it. Survive your work days. I believe in you. I had fun. Oi! Let me outro! I had fun. I hope you had fun. This has been Briny Smith, live in the Forbidden Library. Goodbye!